you back it up on me. I love the way you whine in your pop waist. Don't tease till it make you feel right. So smooth when you move to the groove in the truth, baby. Back it up on me. Yeah, I love the style where you got waves. So won't you back it up on me? This a girl a whine in a time. I move around like she don't have no spine. The next thing, though she fine, she have the rest of them a wait in a line. Oh gosh, champagne a pop and we so fast. Weed in a spliff, no allow that. Girl, back it up, make me hold that. This girl's on a level right now. I match to the bass and the treble right now. Wine to the real, let my crown. Bedroom bullet up in our back down. Fast, fast, slow, slow. Anywhere you want, baby girl, go. Bounce up and down like a pro. Go, girl, you want it, they know. Yo, real on the scene. Heavy movement. You and your team. Yeah, them can't intervene. Right. You know another style where you got bass. So won't you back it up on me? I love the way you whine in your pop waist. Don't tease till it making me alright. So smooth when you move to the groove, you're the truth, baby. Back it up on me. Yeah, I love the style where you got bass. So won't you back it up on me?
Back it up on me, telling me that you want me, baby girl, if you loving tonight. Right, baby, I'm in town. Know that it's going down. You know that I'm only here for one night. You know what he won't do, really won't do. You know why I probably put that thing upon you. Looking at you, looking like you really want to. There's nothing on the earth, baby girl, I won't do. Girl, cause we turning up. Shots on deck, cause we burning up. Take it back to the telly, throw it up. Take it back to the telly, throw it up, girl, throw it up.
IVP can be on this one. You see me dancing, so what? You see me jubilating, so what? You see me celebrating, so what? You see me laughing, so what? The blessing got me dancing. That favor got me jubilating. No sickness, no poverty. Glory to glory. Come and see. Glory, but you don't know my story. You see. Glory, but you don't know my story. Your time will come. When I God's time. When I Jehovah. When I God's time. Brothers and sisters, when I God's time. When I Yahweh. When I God's time. See, Palilala. When I God's time. Palilala. When I God's time.
There is a time and a season to every purpose under the heavens. See, every tear you cry, God sees, and everything you're going through, He knows. Everything that's set behind your back, He heard, and the time for your blessing is just a little while. And when He says yes, nobody can say no. When the time has come, baby, now you see it. And you see it. And you see it. Mama, wait. Mama, wait. Mama, wait.
You will see the goodness of our God. Hey, just wait, just wait, just wait. He's a God of miracles. He's a God of possibility. He will never leave you begging for bread. He will never, never, never forsake you. Yeah. Emmanuel, my God with us. Emmanuel, He's here with us. Emmanuel, with us. Emmanuel, He's here with us. On God's time, on God's time. Where God's time. Where God's time.
Mama,
Hey there, here is a thing or two you need to know about COVID 19 and pregnancy. Pregnant and recently pregnant women are more at risk of severe illness from COVID 19, most likely hospitalization, need for ventilators, etc. Pregnant women who get COVID 19 are at a higher risk of preterm births and other complications. Most common symptom experienced by pregnant women after vaccination is pain at injection site. Research shows that vaccinations have no adverse effects in trying to get pregnant. Research showed that vaccine does not affect fertility of men. Vaccinated mothers pass on some immunity to their child through the placenta and through breast milk. It is safe to get the vaccine at any point before, during, and after pregnancy. It is safe to get the vaccine while breastfeeding. Get away from the misconceptions. Get vaccinated today to stay alive. A message sponsored by the African Career Education and Resource Incorporated, or ASA, in the state of Minnesota. We have all heard, and in some cases, seen the danger posed by the coronavirus disease to our existence. We have sought ways in which this virus can be prevented, ranging from hand washing, social distancing, masking, and maintaining good hygiene. However, we now have an even better solution that has a history of effectiveness, which is vaccination. I know there are lots of misconceptions that surround vaccination, and as a result, people are reluctant in getting vaccinated. But here is a small historical fact for you. Smallpox and polio have a 100% decline in death since vaccines for these diseases were introduced. Not only that, measles and mumps have a 99% decline in deaths since vaccines for these diseases were introduced as well. We cannot allow vaccine preventable diseases cut our lives short. Get vaccinated today and stay alive. A message sponsored by the African Career Education and Resource Incorporated, or ASA, in the state of Minnesota. When you are coming to Liberia, the first thing you think about is getting your way in and around the city. Now, you don't need to worry about that because LIB Executive Shuttle has that covered for you. We have our luxury private and share ride options, scheduled airport services, business or corporate travel, daily rental in and around Monrovia. Or if you want to take a trip to Kakata, Ganta, Buchanan, Banga, LIB Executive Shuttle got you. Our excursion packages include trips to Patawi Waterfalls, Sunset Beach, or Wuka Farms. We are located after Carver Mission Junction, RRA Road, Pinsville, Monrovia, Liberia. For inquiries, call cell numbers 0770 072 614 or 0770 072 613. Better still, call our USA number on 001 301 750 1336. LIB Executive Shuttle. Let us do the driving for you. Allen Bernard International, or ABR, is a management consulting firm with a team of consultants and associates who focus on growing and transforming home healthcare agencies, nonprofits, and small businesses in other industries as well as individuals. Our services include ABR Business Support Services, ABR Accounting and Tax Services, and ABR Anti-Money Laundering Compliance Services. At ABR, we bring to each assignment dedication and commitment, experience and skills, performance-based process, integrated solution teams, and client relations. For more inquiries on our services, call phone number 469-378-3441. ABR, transforming business through ideas. The fight against COVID 19 has become imperative to the survival of the world, to the extent we must all get involved. The question is, how do I get involved? Get tested. Get tested if you feel COVID 19 symptoms. Example, sore throat, cough, headache, etc. Get tested if you know you met someone who is now COVID 19 positive. Get tested before going to places where you may meet a lot of people, example, schools, work, etc. Get tested before traveling, both domestic and international travels. Get tested when asked by a healthcare or public official to do so. Get tested today. Know your status and seek treatment if need be to stay alive. A message sponsored by the African Career Education and Resource Incorporated, or ASA, in the state of Minnesota.
I know they don't want me the money to come my way.
Tired of looking for quality clothing in and around Monrovia with no luck in finding what suits your style? Well, look no further. A new men's clothing store located at the corners of Benson and Maglin Streets in the Kabah building is right here for you. The Men's Closet. The Men's Closet specializes in designer wears including Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Givenchy, business suits, and the list goes on. Gents, let's look, smell, and feel good, not just for ourselves, but our significant others. Remember, when you look good, you feel good. That's why we also have on sale men's cosmetics, perfumes, lotions, deodorants, etc. The Men's Closet. It is not just the man in the clothes, but the quality of the clothes the man wears. For inquiries on our products and services, call cell numbers 0775 560 008, 0777 474 899, or 0886 658 055. The Men's Closet, here for you.
You don't give me up.
Lapus Kitchen, a Liberian-owned business operated by Johnson and Wales University's trained chef Joyce Matowia, is your dining away from home. At Lapus Kitchen, we prepare all kinds of Liberian cuisines, including fried and rare oil potatoes green, kidney beans, palava sauce, fever leaves, and a lot more. We also make rice bread, meat pies, cookies, Benesi candies, and all kinds of pastry products. Place in your order online today from anywhere in the US at www.lorpukatchen.com. The good news is your package is sealed in an insulated cooling box and reaches your destination well preserved and fresh. Save yourself the stress and order the best from a professional chef. Lapus Kitchen keeps your fingers licking.
Make you smile. Another banger, baby, calm down.
Pinter One of Delaware. Yes, it's Pinter One of Delaware, the name that counts when you talk quality painting works. For more than 2 decades, Pinter One has brought more life and vigor to thousands of residential and commercial complexes with our quality painting services. Give your homes, offices, bars, stores, hospitals, shops, etc. that look they deserve by choosing Pinter One of Delaware. For more information, call us on phone number 302 508 3034. Again, 302 508 3034. Or visit our website at pinterone.com/Delaware. Or better still, email us on ivan@pinterone.com or holly@pinterone.com. Schedule a free estimate and get 10% off by using the promo code Costa. Pinter One of Delaware. Renew your space, renew your life.
She did give me small, small.
Good morning. Welcome to the program. Today it's Thursday, the 14th day of April 2022. You're listening to the nation's premier platform where we speak the truth. We try to speak the truth all the time. And it can be bitter, it can be painful for a lot of people, but we try. Good morning, Walker.
Good morning, Costa, and good morning to our many listeners home and abroad. It's good to be here this morning. Yeah, close to the weekend. Yeah.
It is good to be here. We have some very good news for justice. A few days ago, we received credible information that a certain landlord named Prince Jala, who owns a property at the Cardwell Road Junction, had allegedly raped the 12-year-old daughter of two of his tenants, a little girl named Fatu. Raped the little girl, and when the little girl complained to her parents, the parents were dragging their feet. To be honest, that is the truth. We heard about this case, we talked about it, and the very same day, Prince Jala was arrested and taken to the Zone 1, Base 1, what is the Busra Island Police Depot, right there opposite the LEC.
Yeah.
He was put behind bars, the investigation was conducted, and subsequently, he was taken to court. The police had evidence, clear evidence. They charged him with rape. He's currently behind bars at the Monrovia Central Prison. I just posted a picture of him on my Facebook page of Prince Jala, the landlord who raped allegedly, because I'm going to keep using that word, but we got the evidence. We have a picture of the little girl, Wakai. I'm going to describe the picture, but I cannot post the picture. She's wearing, it's even difficult to look at. It's a difficult picture to look at. She's clothed. She's fully clothed. She's wearing clothes. That's what I mean, fully clothed. She's wearing pants and I think a t-shirt. I try not to really look at it. And it's white shorts, I believe. And Buakai, in front of her, her private area is stained. Her pants are stained with blood. She's fully clothed, Wakai, and she's bleeding. Yeah. They supply these pictures to the police, and I have the pictures of her father. Are you there, Wakai?
I'm here. I'm following.
Yeah,
Closely.
you looked for a moment like you froze. I'm going to send her father's number to you. Of course. Sure, we will not disclose her full name. We're not going to do that. But I would like you to speak with the father. And, okay?
Yeah.
I will send her father's number to you right now. Man, I can't even send you the, I don't know. It's just difficult for me to look at the picture. I'm going to where I'm about to send you the father's number from, and I just trying to avoid looking at the picture. She's sitting, and you see her. She's bleeding. I mean, she's wearing clothes, and she's bleeding. This little girl, this somebody's baby. Yeah, terrible. So I just posted a picture. You have the message? Wakai? Oh God, what's wrong again? Internet trouble again? Jesus Christ, man. Every day we come here that trouble. Man, Liberia, man. Wakai? My people here bad patient, that your country. Oh yeah, every day we got trouble. I want to let Wakai call the father and so we can speak to him. We need to help the family. We talked about it the other day. You'll get 2 internet services, man. You'll try to skip to the switch to the next one. Talk it, man. Yeah. Hold on, folks. I gotta try to reconnect with these people. What kind of country the internet just be? Yeah, man. Nothing works in the damn country. Talk it, man. In the 21st century. Jesus. What? Liberia is a disgrace. How you can run a business in this day and age in a country such as Liberia? Huh? With useless internet, useless electricity, useless everything. Oh my God. Wagai,
Yeah.
tell George to
just-
make sure all the apps are on. All the other streaming apps. I mean, I know I shouldn't remind him, but of course, I just want to be sure. Yeah?
Okay.
I send you the number for the father. I want you to step aside and call him and see whether he can speak to us for a few minutes on the show. Did you see the number?
Yeah.
Okay, step aside and give him a call. And tell him who you are. Tell him we're going to try to help them, raise some money to help the family, but we want to speak with him.
Okay. Email is doing that right now.
Okay, fantastic. So, folks, this is the situation. The alleged rapist, Prince Jala, is currently at the Monrovia Central Prison. And we're not going to rest until we have justice for little Fatu. As I said to you, the picture that I have of her, showing, even days after the act, she is still bleeding. Days after she was raped, little Fatu is still bleeding. I mean,
wow.
Yeah. Yes, Bwaka. And I can't look at the picture, but I'm going to send it to you. You try and see whether you can take a look at it. But I can.
Oh, cause please.
Oh, okay, fine. That's why I can't even post it. I mean, it's terrible. It's just sad, Bwaka. A 12-year-old girl, days after being raped, she is still bleeding. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so we have the father now on the line. Let me just plug this phone through the mesa.
Make sure he can hear me, Bwaka, please.
Yeah. Okay, so he's not live on Costa. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
You're live on the Costa Show. This is Henry Costa. Can you hear me?
Hello, I'm on the line.
Yeah, can you hear Costa? Hello?
Yeah, I'm on the line.
Okay, so listen, if you can get Costa, he's about to speak.
This is Henry Costa. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Okay, I need that man to hear me. I need to speak to him.
I can explain.
Okay, so like I said, listen, Costa is about to speak to you, so just listen if you can get him, okay?
Okay.
This is Henry Costa. Can you hear me, my brother? How do you guys have the thing set up that they call us can't hear me when I want to speak to them? Okay, well, I speak with him now. Then you go ahead and do it. Ask him questions. I will say the question, you ask him.
They see where we can speak on everybody from here. That's just seeing where you're looking at. So I don't know why he's not.
All right, Bog, I take it over. Ask him questions.
Okay, so I'm calling him again. Let me see if I'm trying to reconnect him quickly on this.
Hello?
Yeah, hello. Welcome back. You are live on the Costa Show. The issue about your daughter that was raped. How far are you guys now with this case?
Yeah, we went to the court yesterday at Seaports Bridge, and they gave the verdict that you raped my daughter. I got the document, everything. The forensic report, I got it here. He examined the girl from the back and the front. Presently now he's at the depot there, South Beach. Next month and next week, I'll go there for the hearing at Criminal Code D, where they get a raping case. Now, and this guy is capable of doing harm to me and my family. He was the same guy that came and to us in the house. To unrob us and then point on my wife and put my wife on gunpoint and myself. And get me, yes. And the guy is capable, he got a lot of mates around. Yesterday, I received multiple phone calls threatening me and my family. And we're living in his house.
So you mean after raping your daughter, he's threatening you?
Yes.
He's threatening your life?
Yes.
You said you received multiple of phone calls yesterday? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Yes. So my friends are selling or pay case. You know, so when I walk in the street, when they look at me, we're gonna buy eyes. You know, I just look at it from like, but then it's like, where I'm living, I'm not safe. I want the government to come in. My life is in threat.
But are you
already in his house?
Are you guys staying in his house?
I just pay my 1 year money this one January. We make 4 months in a house. Next year on the 23 of January, I will leave his house. And now my life is on threat. My family life is on threat. I need the government to come in. I need relocation. It's serious. But I want to happen to me tomorrow. So yeah, what I put it on air. Like right now is risky.
This case is yeah.
Ask him what are they may offer to have them compromise the case.
Okay, so the guy that did it he tried talking to you guys to compromise this case.
Yeah, the guy that did it already up in Henry. He's in South Beach already.
So when it happened previously, we understand that he tried compromising the case, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Baga, listen. Tell him we're gonna find him place to move. We're gonna raise some money to help find place for him and his family to relocate out of that house.
So Costa said that he's going to raise some money here on a platform so you guys can move from in a house, the place you are right now, okay?
I'll be very much grateful if Costa do that. I'll be very much grateful because my life is at threat. The expression on my face now, if you come what I'm saying, you'll know that I'm hurt. And last night the lady was bleeding. She was finishing all on her neighbor and behind her back. I didn't send a picture to Costa, but no, I didn't tradition of him. Then my brother they call Peter K. PK Peters. He must live in the same neighborhood. Even when I connected me to Costa. Yeah, so I already need help. If they say and my life is a threat.
Tell him we will relocate them.
94717. My account number is 075.
Tell him to take it easy. Listen. Bye.
Yeah. Hello.
Tell him to slowly call the mobile money number. Slowly.
Just text me the mobile money number, okay?
With your full name.
Now?
Yeah, text me it now with your full name.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
With your full name. Your mobile money number with your full name.
Okay, sir. I'll do that.
All right.
Well, folks, there you have it. When we receive information here, we tell you we receive information. We know we trust our information. A few days ago, we told you this man who you just heard, who sounds very scared, his 12-year-old daughter was raped. They took her to the hospital. And she was raped. It was proven. They have the medical results. She was raped, terribly raped. She's in terrible pains. It's not just about the little girl, about them relocating. This little girl needs medical attention. It's a serious situation. We need to help. We want you to help so that we can help them. We told you that once we located them and once we made sure that this little girl got justice, or the family got justice for what happened to her, we were going to come to you to ask you to help. I'm going to show you, for those of you who have not seen the post that I made, this is the gentleman. I'm going to show you his picture. He's currently at South Beach Prison, which was confirmed by the father just now on the phone. This is Prince Jala. I'm holding my phone to the camera. For those of you watching via YouTube and sound and Facebook, you should be able to see. Let me know if you see the gentleman. He's standing there in the jail cell. This picture was taken of him when he was at the Bootstrap Island police depot. But he's currently at South Beach. I don't have access to him. I don't have a picture of him at South Beach, but this is a picture of him in the Bootstrap jail. This is a man raped a 12-year-old baby who's currently in terrible pains and she's bleeding. Yeah, I can't show you the picture of her bleeding. I'm going to show you her family. This is the family. That's the father in the black t-shirt, the mother, and their 2 daughters. I'm sure you can see this other picture. The father, who was just on the phone with us, is the gentleman standing there in the black t-shirt. And as we said, he's a weightlifter. He's got muscles. As you can see, his bicep and his tricep. And there's little Fatou. She's sitting there with her elder sister. Between the 2 daughters, she is the smaller one. She's 12 years old, and this man raped her, brutally raped her. Yeah. He's an older man, much older than even Fatou's father, much older than Fatou's father. And he raped this little girl. So we need to help the family. They need to relocate out of the house. We promised that we would do that, and we need to do that. So what we're going to do, I'm going to talk to my sister Winifred Johnson. If you are watching, we're going to use your Cash App and try to $20, $10, whatever you can give. We need to relocate this family out of the house, move them someplace else. So let's help all of you, my people. We're going to use my sister Winifred Johnson's Cash App and her Zelle. So I'm going to send it to you right now. I'm going to put it here. Let's chip in any little thing you can give. We got to move the family out of the house and send them somewhere else. Yeah, I mean, can you imagine them living in a household where she was raped, and where the perpetrator, that's his territory. He controls that place. They can't possibly feel safe living there. They can't. They definitely can't. And so they need to move out. So the Cash App, we need to help them. Just relocation and Bogey.
Yeah.
We need to know. I wonder how much he paid in rent. A place like that should not cost much.
Mm-hmm.
Did he say he had just paid for a year? And that his time
he said
will be up, I think, in 2023, sometime in 2023.
Yeah, he just paid for 1 year already, and then they were thinking about if they could get our money back from him, but there's no way now because with such case.
Oh, are you kidding? How will you get your money back? So I'm gonna put the Cash App number here. It doubles as a Zelle, so you can send your contribution to that number, to this same number, whether you a Cash App or Zelle. And Bogey,
yeah,
let's use one of you. You got a mobile money number. We're not gonna send the funds to him directly. We're gonna collect them, and then we'll add everything and tell the public, and we'll send them. It doesn't have to. We're not doing a big thing here. We're just trying to raise some money that we know can pay their rent and can help with medical treatment for the little girl. That's what we're trying to do here. It's not a big, massive fundraiser. No, it is not. We just need to situate them someplace safe so they can move out of that man's house. We need to do that. It's important. 8538. So the number is 763 568 8538. That's the number. Cash App and Zelle. That's the number right there. 763 658. I mean, sorry, 568-8538. That's the Cash App and the Zelle. You can send a little $20, $10, $15. You know how we do it here. We need to help the family. We made a promise. We said once we can get the gentleman to cooperate to ensure that we got justice for this little girl, we were going to help the family to relocate out of the house. We said we're going to do that. So the medical, as well as we need to help with treatment, as well as relocate them out of that property where they live. So that's the Cash App and Zelle, Winifred Johnson. The number is 763-568-8538. The perpetrator is behind bars. There's a medical report to show that the little girl was raped, and all of those things are handy. So that's where we are. It's not like he's on the run. They have him. He's in jail. I'll show you his picture. So we need to now help the family, remove themselves from that very terrible environment, which I'm sure just brings horrible, horrible memories to that little girl. Send your $20, your $10, your $5, whatever it is you can send to just help them relocate out of that property. Whether you want to call him back and ask him, let's just have an idea of how much we need to raise to help them. Call him back. Let's find out, how much it's going to cost to relocate them. You don't have to speak with him on the show, but just call him back, and so we can get him where he can find a place and move out. Huh?
Okay. Email is doing that.
Okay, fantastic. Great. So any news from the Princess Copa thing? Have the police said anything yet?
Nothing, absolutely nothing since then.
So they say they have this Lebanese national in custody, but they haven't said anything other than that.
Other than that, there have been nothing said yet by the Liberia National Police.
Sister Winifred, I know you're watching. Please be giving us update as people send their contributions in, so that we can know what's happening, so we can report to the public. Somebody said they got place to rent. Contribute your own money first to help a poor family in need that is suffering right now because their little daughter was raped. We're not looking for your place to rent. You see, the man trying to hustle this situation. Say you got place to rent. Yeah. So please, okay, Sister Winifred, what you will be doing is that when you receive anything, you can just be right in there under the feed, the live feed, so we can know what we're receiving for the family. This is just a terrible thing, Bwaka. It's a terrible thing. So you mean the police, they haven't said anything yet, Bwaka?
No, nothing.
About Princess Cooper. I'm told the protests continue today.
Yeah, they are today at the Fawaz building at EAW Junction. There where they gather out, and things been going well.
Oh God, there goes the internet again with Bwaka them. Oh, now yesterday, folks, we received a tip, TIP, or information, that the executive director of SOS Liberia had been accused by one of the little girls there, or by one of the girls who they have in their care. I'm told she's not at SOS Village Matadi itself. She's from Buchanan, I'm told. Listen to this one. The little girl, her name is, I'm not going to call her name. She is said to be 17 years old. She's pregnant, as a matter of fact. She's carrying a baby. She's pregnant.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, of course, she's pregnant as we speak. And according to the story that we said yesterday, we were informed that the perpetrator is the the director of the organization of the director of SOS, a Sierra Leonean national named Augustine Aliyu. That is what we were told yesterday. We also told you yesterday that our information said that Mr. Aliyu was or had been requested to turn himself in to the Liberian National Police through the Ministry of Gender. We told you that yesterday. So we did further. Says, Winifred, don't trouble yourself like that, said, to be telling us the name of each person that gives. Later on, we'll give the names. Just tell us the total amounts. As for example, $100 or $150 or $200. Just give us the total amount. Says, don't be telling us, Ben Down, thank you. Ben Down said he just sent $50. Thank you very much. So says, don't be telling us each person that gives. Now just give us a total, as you receive it. Thank you very much. So listen to this, folks. Listen to this story. So what we were told yesterday, Black Eye, is that the little girl has accused Mr. Augustine Aliyu, the Sierra Leone National, who is the executive director of SOS Liberia. It's a global organization, SOS. Okay.
Yeah.
And their headquarters are in. They have their headquarters. The headquarters is in Dakar, Senegal. When we received this information yesterday while we were on the show, and we put it out there, it is true and correct. Listen to me. It is true and correct that a rape complaint has been filed by one of the girls in the care of SOS. It is true and correct. What we didn't also know is that this girl, who is 17 years old, who is just about to become a young adult, is pregnant. She is pregnant. Now, but yes, what we didn't know, and we found out yesterday, and we owe you the truth. We found out yesterday that it was in October 2021, as far back as then, last year. Mr. Augustine Aliyu, the Sierra Leone National, who is the executive director of the organization, he said in October 2021, he received a call because he went to the police yesterday, Black Eye. He turned himself into the police yesterday, the Sierra Leone guy. He said he received a call from the regional office of SOS Children's Village or Children's Villages in Dakar, informing him that a whistleblower from Liberia had informed them about a historic child abuse case involving an SOS child in Buchanan. You see that? In Buchanan, Grand Bassa. The regional office in Dakar then instructed Mr. Augustine Aliyu back in October 2021, right, to report the matter to the police. To report the matter to the police. Mr. Augustine Aliyu says, he told the police, that when he was instructed to report the matter to the police, he and his team immediately contacted the SOS lawyer, who drafted a letter of complaint, which they sent to the Women and Children Protection Section. You know the Women and Children Protection Section, right?
Yeah.
At the Liberian National Police, they investigate rape cases and all that kind of stuff, child abuse cases and stuff. Who had the letter drafted and submitted? Mr. Augustine Aliyu. Isn't that interesting? The very gentleman whose name we mentioned yesterday as the alleged rapist is the one who, according to the records that are verifiable, he's the one who instructed the lawyer of SOS to file a complaint to the police about when the 17-year-old girl complained that she was raped. Now, of course, copies of the complaint letter were also sent to the Minister of Gender, Children and Social Protection, the Deputy Minister, and the Director of the Social Protection Division at the Ministry of Gender. So he sent out a letter to several people: the police, the Minister of Gender, the Deputy Minister, and the Director of the Social Protection Division. After he did that, he filed a complaint. The Women and Children Protection Section at the Liberia National Police immediately commenced the investigation. Listen to this battle. They began to investigate. At the time, this girl had not complained that it was Mr. Augustine Aliyu that raped her.
Wow.
No, listen, old black guy. Mr. Augustine Aliyu was the one who brought the matter to the police, to the authorities. He had the lawyer of SOS draft the letter to file a complaint that one of the girls from their facility in their village, in the SOS village in Buchanan, had complained that she was raped. He had the lawyer draft the letter complaint to the police and to the Minister of Gender. This little girl never named him. She named somebody else as the rapist. Are you listening, Barkai?
I'm listening. Kill it.
She named somebody else. Then the Women and Children Protection began the investigation. Whilst conducting the investigation, the victim, the 17-year-old girl who's currently pregnant, she flipped her story and said that the person she had earlier named as her abuser was not, after all, her abuser, and that it was somebody else who raped her.
Huh.
She flipped the story.
Huh.
So when she flipped the story, the Women and Children people at LMP, they stopped investigating the first person she named, and they moved on to the second person she had named. Okay, fine. She flipped the story, so the story changed. Then the police began investigating the second person. They focused on the second person. On Saturday, the 9th of April, 2022, this past Saturday,
yeah.
they moved the victim from the SOS Congo Town home. They have a home in Congo Town, SOS home.
Okay.
To the SOS guest house, where she was placed under tight security. They moved her there. Under the instruction of who? Mr. Augustine Aliyu, the executive director. Y'all hold on. Y'all don't rush to conclusion yet, though. This story is getting interesting. Mr. Augustine Aliyu instructed his people on Saturday, the 9th of April, 2022, to move this 17-year-old girl who's pregnant, to move her from their Congo Town home to their SOS guest house. I don't know where that is, but they move her there in a place on a tight security to supposedly protect her.
Protect, yeah.
Listen, black guy. By this time, the little girl had not named Mr. Augustine Aliyu. The police was now focused on who? The second person she named as her abuser. The first person she named, the police stopped investigating that person. They were now investigating who? The second person she named.
And the second person, was it Mr. Ali by that time? Or
no,
different?
It was not Mr. Aliyu. It was somebody else.
Okay.
Listen to the story. She's 17 years old. She's not 12 years old like this girl. She's 17. A 17-year-old girl is not a small girl. One more year, she will be an adult. Listen to the story.
Yeah.
That was also the first time According to Mr. Augustine Ali, that he learned that she was pregnant. That is when he said he learned that she was pregnant. When he gave the instruction for them to move her into a safer facility. Listen to the story, Boakai. It's coming to get very interesting. While the investigation was continuing, the little girl flipped the story and said that it was now Mr. Augustine Aliu that raped her. Okay.
So like third person there now.
Did you just listen to me? While they were investigating the second person, the little girl flipped the story, the 17-year-old girl. I wouldn't call her a little girl, she's 17 years old. She flipped the story and said, it was not the second person again who raped her. It is now the national director or the executive director, Mr. Augustine Aliu, that raped her. Why?
Yeah.
So how many victims, how many perpetrators, how many people raped her?
Yeah,
but
of course.
It was John Brown. Why they were investigating John Brown? She said, no, it was not John Brown, it was Paul. Why they investigating Paul? She said, no, it is not Paul, it is Peter.
Yeah, but Costa, you know, when some of these things happening, the pressure from the executive director may have caused her to name one or two persons before coming to him, because probably he don't want to be named. So
just listen to the story. She never lived in the same space with him. She is from Buchanan, at their home in the SOS village in Buchanan. She's not. No, this story is confusing me. I'm going to be honest with you. While we're here advocating for one rape case, what we know is a legitimate rape case, but this one is confusing me. This one girl cannot have three people who raped her. But she can't be changing the story. She's 17 years old. I know she's a little girl, you can call her that. But Bagai, she's changed the story 3 times. 3 times. First, it was John Brown. Why the police investigating John Brown? She said Paul Peter. Why they investigating Paul Peter? She said Tuba. Who is she going to say rape her again? So now, yesterday, Augustine Ali appeared at the police headquarters. I'm not exonerating him. I'm not saying here and saying he's innocent of anything. But we owe the public the facts that she has named 3 individuals so far for the one rape. And she is not 12. She is not 5-year-old. She is 17 years old. So, who do you pick? Tell me now. You are the one.
Yeah,
she named 3 people. Who do you pick?
For me, Costa, I will go for the executive director. Why?
Why would you go for the executive director? She and the executive director don't live in the same space, just so you know. She lives in Grand Bassa. The executive director lives in Monrovia. They are not in the same premises. They don't know each other, just so you know.
Costa,
she lives in Bassa. He lives, listen to me, Bwakai.
Yeah.
She lives in the Bassa, in the village in Bassa, the SOS village, all the way in Grand Bassa. Are you listening?
I'm listening. I get
a point. The man lives in here, the secretary lives in Montserrat County. They don't know one another. Are you listening to me? So he is the boss. He ain't know her. She lives in Bassa. Okay, where could he have met her to rape her? I'm not saying he couldn't have, but the chances are so small. Because when you invest, I told you I'm studying criminal justice. She lives in Bassa. He lives in Monrovia. He only got to know of her when the complaint was filed. Hello? You understand what I mean? And she's pregnant. That belly, she said the belly for the person who raped her. She is pregnant, okay? So I think she should be provided security, protection, and care until she gives birth. Let them conduct a DNA test. Allah?
Of course. So, you know, what I pointed
out. No, I need you to know the facts. So the facts are that Now, the first two people she named, they are from Bassa with her. Are you listening, Baga?
I'm listening.
The first two people she named, they are from Grand Bassa. But the executive director lives in Maserati County. So, and you understand it? Just understand it. Now you may say what you wanted to say, but me, I don't trust the story now. What? You can't confuse me like that. You explain you say three different people rape you, then myself I'm confused now, Baga. No, I'm sorry, but go on.
Yeah, what I'm pointing at the executive director is that, but Costa, every woman that gets pregnant know who's responsible for that pregnancy.
I understand, Baga, but she said rape. When I say pregnant, she said rape. DNA will solve their problem here, Baga. Talk. But they want here something on A. Something on A.
So even if the executive director is living in Maserati, he have control over the entire.
No, I'm not saying not possible. I'm not saying not possible. It is possible, but he is where in Maserati. The first two people she named are in Grand Bassa. Then, number two, how can one person accuse three people of raping her? She said the one rape, she not said three different rape. The one rape, suspect A, yeah. Then you go to suspect B, suspect C. So efficient, but go on.
Because you can be a lady can be loving to you, and you're having an intercourse, and it don't appear as raping. Then somebody else come and do something to her and rape her, and it can be referred to as rape. I hope you understand that.
Brother, I do. But as I'm saying to you, that DNA will face it here because the leg not confuse people. Since when you first said we are raised 400 US. Thank you. My boy, y'all keep chipping in here so we can relocate that family from that house and also provide medical care for the little girl. Thank you so much. Y'all keep chipping in. $25, $10, $15. Well, listen. It is possible. Listen to me. It is possible that the executive director could have raped the girl.
Yeah.
You can be living beyond God back. You can go somewhere, you see somebody there, you can commit crime.
Yeah.
But in investigation, the suspects that are within the same space with her, they are the ones that will focus on more because she named them. But then when you start flipping your story, she's 17 years old, black guy. A 17-year-old girl is able to explain. When she starts changing the story from John Brown to Paul to Peter to their person, it makes it difficult for you to conclude, black guy, at this point. At this point, it's difficult. It is possible, it is 100% possible that it could be the executive director. But what are the chances it could be the executive director? Why she didn't name him first? Why she didn't name him second? And then there was a story that the executive director was trying to run away from the country. It is not true. Yesterday, he took himself to the police headquarters and turned himself in. Why? Who wrote the complaint letter when the first victim, when the first alleged rapist was accused? He wrote the complaint letter when he was instructed by his bosses. And we could try to get copies of those letters. So at this point, my man, the whole rape, let me tell you something about that. Rape is a terrible, horrible, horrible crime. But there have been cases in Liberia where innocent people have been lied on. A lot of cases, where innocent people have been lied on under the name of rape, because the rape law is very harsh. Rape is a non-billable offense. When they grab you and put you in jail, you're not coming out until that case is done. You understand? So the point here is, if you accuse somebody of rape, it has to make sense. But when you start changing the story, I'm sorry, I don't trust you. I'm sorry, that is my position. When you accuse 3 different people at 3 different times of one rape, but let me ask you, your son walks up to you and says, Papa, and Paul beat me. Okay, then you start asking Paul, no, Papa, I was not Paul. Papa, that Peter. Then you start asking Peter, no, Papa, that was not Peter, that John. What will you do?
Costa, in this case, it depends on the last person, because the last person is an executive director.
And what do you base that on?
And then coming
right now, brother, I don't know who it could be.
Coming up with an image like that, it may send a sign that, oh, this is happening, this has been happening to the place. So probably she was trying to protect him, or he was trying to, force her to call other people name previously, but now she realized that, oh, what I'm doing, I'm not doing well for myself. There's a person that
my man. When there are 3 people involved, you can't basically you can't say hello like John Brown. I could tell you she's named 3 people. I could tell you this. The executive director and 2 other people from the SOS village in Grand Bassa, where she lives. Why? Tomorrow she could name somebody else. You know that? You know it's possible. Tomorrow she could say that somebody else. At this point, it is difficult to know who could be the rapist. I'm sorry. I don't agree with you. I don't agree with you. You 17-year-old girl. You finish naming 3 people that rape you. 17-year-old girl. At this point, I don't trust her. The only thing I would trust would be DNA. Let her give birth and let do the DNA. The DNA will only say who the father is. The DNA will say who the father is. So somebody said we changed our tune. Yesterday we didn't know that the girl had named 3 rapists. 3 alleged abusers. Today we know. She has named 3 people. 3 people. And the police people confirmed this to us, Baka. She named the first person. She named the second. We don't even know the names of the first 2 people because they never told us the names of the first 2 people she accused. But at this point, I don't trust anything. I'll wait for the DNA. She's pregnant. Let them provide her good care. When she gives birth, we will know who impregnated her. The person that impregnated her, they should collect the DNA from all 3 men. They should collect the DNA specimen, and they should do a DNA test after the baby is born. If one of the 3 men, if one of the 3 men, if the DNA matches the DNA of the baby, then more than likely that person, then of course, then at that point I would say that's the rapist. So let her give birth. I don't know how old the pregnancy is, folks. I don't know how old the Bella is, but we should wait until the baby is born so they can do the DNA test. Now, man, the other cases are very confusing. Where in most cases we got only one accused, one perpetrator, but they only had the guy said that 3 people rape her. She's seeing a story from John Brown to Paul to Peter. Perhaps if she was 5, 10 years old, okay, I could say she's a little girl, she's traumatized or whatever, but she's 17 years old. In the case of little Fatou, what did little Fatou do, Baga? Little Fatou said the landlord raped her. They took her to the hospital, they tested her. The evidence is there. She was raped, brutally raped. So let's take some calls there, Baga. Let's go to the phone lines and take some calls there. On this other case, I'm not even going to point finger at any of the 3 men. In this case, Baga, the way I'm treating this other case, I'm not going to point finger at any of the 3 men. I will not point finger at any of the 3 men because I don't have the evidence. Because she accused 3 people for 1 crime. I'm a criminal justice student. When a victim accuses 3 people of 1 crime, and she does not accuse them at the same time, she accuses John Brown first, then she goes to Paul, then she goes to Peter. I'm sorry. I don't know what to believe now.
And for me, I strongly believe, as Romeo, my position, the director is responsible for it. I know.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I believe. Yeah. But the thing about investigation and the thing about the law is not about what you believe, it's what you can prove. So what they will prove? I pray she if she wants to keep the pregnancy, I don't know whether she wants to keep the pregnancy, because if she wants to keep the pregnancy, she should. If she doesn't want to keep the pregnancy, they can abort it. Because Baga, listen, if the pregnancy is a product of rape, then she should not be forced to keep it. No, I don't. if she does not want the pregnancy because it's the product of rape, then she should. You're not understanding me, folks. I'm not saying it's not the executive director. I'm saying she named 3 people. So it can be any one of the 3. Or she could name the 4th person. At this point, I don't trust what she's saying. Because how can you accuse 3 people of committing 1 crime? You accuse Paul. You accuse John. Then you accuse Mary. Or something. No, at this point, I don't. No serious investigator will be. They will investigate whoever she named, but they will be confused. Those investigators right now, the police, they are damn confused, at this point. They are very confused. The puzzle that they are doing, they don't even understand what they're playing. We're going to give them the playing right now. They don't understand. But let's go to the phone lines and take some calls there. So I pray she keeps the belly if she wishes to keep it. If she doesn't want to keep the pregnancy, nobody should force her. Because she said she was raped, and that is how she got pregnant. You understand? And she should not be forced to keep the pregnancy. Yeah, so that's it. So let's take some calls there. No, I did not say 3 crimes. It's 1 crime. She said she was raped. She said 1 person raped her. And then she named 3 people at 3 different times. So now I'm confused. I can't talk in our case there until we get the evidence. Let's take some calls.
Before we take calls, Ambassador Joseph Boakai had a press conference this morning, and he spoke to the nation.
Yeah, we have the press statement here, Boakai. Let me see. We have it. It's a very short statement, so yeah, we are going to read the statement. I sent George every morning to try to cover the thing, but he said he could not access my page, so he could not cover it. Fellow Liberians, this is Joseph Yuma Boakai, former Vice President of Liberia and standard bearer of the Unity Party. I am again seizing this opportunity to address you, our people, our peace-loving citizens, our foreign friends with embassies accredited near this capital, and our development partners. The National Elections Commission of Liberia, under the leadership of Mrs. Devietta Brown Lansana, over the last 24 hours, released the Lofa County Senatorial by-election race provisional list. We, the Unity Party, take notice with very serious concern that the name of our candidate, Mr. Galakbak W. Kortima, is not among those being cleared as one of the provisional aspirants, even though he has met all the requirements provided under our election laws and our constitution. We take serious note of the reason given by the NEC, and we are therefore following very keenly and critically the activities of the ongoing hearings at the NEC headquarters. While our capable team of lawyers is making quality representation on our behalf, of which we are very pleased, we are nevertheless aware of the undertones of the hearings which smelled of a sinister attempt to deprive the Unity Party of fielding our senatorial candidate in Lofa for 2022 by-election and the presidential and other candidates in the 2023 elections. We are also concerned that any delay in giving the Unity Party's candidate his full clearance is a deliberate plan to delay his campaign and give the others due advantage. Let me emphasize again that the Unity Party and people of Lofa have had enough and will not continue to accept being insulted, disrespected, and disenfranchised by the WIA government. Make no mistake that our position taken in the disenfranchisement of Lofa citizens in the case of Senator-elect Brownie Samakai was not from a position of weakness. Any attempt to exclude the Unity Party from its legitimate and constitutional rights to contest as a registered political party, once the ruling party of Liberia, will be a direct infringement of the political participation of hundreds of thousands of Liberians who will be disenfranchised, gullible, and subsequently exposed to matters that could have national security concerns. Therefore, I, Joseph Human Boakai, former Vice President of Liberia and Senate Bearer of the Unity Party, I'm sending a clarion call to the National Elections Commission again, that it is our expectation that the NEC will do the right thing. Let me again state categorically that there will be no final listing from the National Elections Commission published for the Lofa County by-election senatorial race that will not have the name of the Unity Party candidate. And thus, I must repeat that we expect the NEC to do the right thing. NEC, by the way, was set up to do the right thing and to avoid election chaos at all times. Finally, let me say in the strongest of words, that I remain resolute on my unflinching commitment to the people of Lofa, UP partisans, and supporters around the country and the diaspora. That as your leader and torchbearer, I am sufficiently prepared and will do all within my means to ensure that not one Lofa citizen again will be disrespected and disenfranchised under my leadership during this 2022 by-election Lofa senatorial race. Let me also make it clear, the wrongs we are fighting to correct in Lofa will not be accepted in any other political subdivision in Liberia. As we await the final outcome of the NEC's nomination committee scrutiny panel, we pray that God will guide the decision-making of all those involved. Let us together do everything to keep Liberia peaceful. May God bless the works of our hands and save the state. That is a statement that was released today by former Vice President Joseph Human Boakai in the press conference at his rehab office. We're going to go to the phone lines now and take some calls. You're listening to the nation's premier platform where we discuss the issues that matter. I'm Henry Costa, Boakai Kamara. We're here this morning as your host and co-host. On that fundraiser effort for that little girl, a 12-year-old victim who was raped, brutally raped, with medical records to prove, her perpetrator is in jail behind bars. We're raising some money for her. And Sister Winifred kindly gave us the latest updated report on how much we've collected so far in cash contributions from all of our wonderful, wonderful people. We had promised that once we could get the family to cooperate and file a complaint against the alleged rapist, Mr. Prince Jala, that we would come forward and we would raise money to help the family relocate out of that house to someplace safe and provide financial assistance so that the little girl, the victim, can receive medical support. The evidence is clear. We've got gruesome pictures of the little girl who, many days after she was brutally raped, is still bleeding. She needs care, good care. The family is too poor to provide her that care, and that is why we're stepping up to provide that assistance. I want to thank you, as always, from the bottom of my heart, for all of your, to all of you, for your contribution. So far, we've raised over 500 the last time I checked. Let's see how much we've raised so far. Let's go to the phone lines and take some calls there, Boakai. Today is the birthday of my eldest brother. Yes, my eldest brother, my father's first child, Mr. Paul Costa. He turns, Paul, I'm not going to call Paul's age, but Paul today is his birthday. And I want to say to you, Mr. Paul Costa, happy birthday, April 14th. Is your birthday today. I wish you all the best. And may God continue to bless you and give you many, 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 many more years to come. Mr. Paul Costa, happy birthday to you. To my begin, Zulu Gale, today is your birthday, Zulu. Zulu, I wish you many, 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 many returns of your birthday. Zulu Gale has been one of my boys from way back, and we're still kicking it up to today. Let's go to the phone lines and take some calls there, Boakai.
All right. The phone lines are open 0770102-102-86, 010-383, 555-102-102. The WhatsApp number is +231 888-624-171. That will
Yep.
take this person on a WhatsApp number. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, I'm not getting that person. So the phone lines are open. Coming up 0770. One of
Since Winifred, you got any update for us? How much have we raised? And you know the beauty? We're gonna send that money today. And Bagai, one condition. When he moves into the new house, we gotta see the place. We need pictures. Huh? Oh,
Yeah.
we need to show he moved. We need to see the receipt. After he pays the money, in fact, we want to see a video when the money has been paid. Allah?
Nope.
He gotta move. He's not gonna keep that little girl in that environment where she was raped and where she's traumatized. We're not doing it for him. We're doing it for the little girl, the victim. The father needs to know we're not doing this to help him. We're doing this for the family. So they have to move, okay? They will have to relocate out of that property. Yeah? They got to move out of that community. So,
Good morning.
we're going to gain the money. That's what I'm telling you.
Good morning. Anywhere you calling from?
Yes, sir. I'm Zane Dole. I'm calling you from Italy, Calibra.
But your background is noisy, brother.
Oh, maybe it's a storm. Let me change my position. Okay, now call back. Let me know a second.
We can continue with that. Let's take this person on the line. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Let's take it. Good morning.
Good morning, Buckeye. Good morning, Costa. This is Evangeline, and this case is concerning women. So I have to come in this morning. First of all, whether a woman is 1,000 years old, it doesn't give no man right to rape her. Even your wife, when she said no, is no. This and second, that director have all the privilege to travel to Grand Bassa from Morovia to Grand Bassa. It don't take second hearing. Anybody can rape that girl.
Yeah,
And
all the Liberian people.
She keeps.
You see, now you're trying to make it look like I'm defending.
Woman can wait now. Or 1,000-year-old woman can be traumatized.
You have no evidence it is him.
Degree.
At this point, no evidence is any of the other two men.
We and I saw for advocacy. You should be the last person.
I don't trust her story.
People are listening.
I don't trust the story.
They will rape a little girl and say, a child and say, oh, but she's 17. It's okay. No.
That is not what I said. You see, this is the point where people like you.
Yes.
But listen, this is the point where people like you. I am an educated man, and I'm studying criminal justice. When a 17-year-old victim tells me she was raped by John, why I'm investigating John, and she said no, that Paul. Why I'm investigating Paul, then she said that Peter. I'm confused. I don't know what to believe. At this point, it could be Paul, it could be John, it could be Peter. What reason do I have to say it is John at this point? I don't. So don't call here. Since Evangeline Mamita, don't call here and try to make it look like I'm saying the little guy is lying. I don't trust this story right now. I am confused. If you're not confused, I am confused. Eh? If you're not confused, I am confused. She has named 3 people for one crime. I am confused. 3 people for one crime. John Brown raped me. Paul raped me. Peter raped me. Who do I hold? At this point, what should the police do? What should the police do?
Investigate and do a DNA.
Investigate who? Let me ask you a question. Who did you investigate?
Everybody that got involved. Every one of them, the 3 guys and the lady herself.
Do you know whether they got involved? She said they got involved. Let me tell you something. You know what they call a credible witness, Waga? When you start changing the story. They think about you, And the thing that you need to understand about me, I tell you the truth. I don't care about sentimentality. She is pregnant. Somebody must have raped her. You understand me, Buckeye? But guess what? Who raped her is the $1 million question. Of the three, I could say there is a 33.3% chance that any one of the three might have raped her. But I cannot settle on one person. That's why you all are not understanding what I'm saying. I cannot settle on John Brown and say that John Brown raped her. Because she said 3 people raped her. When you start changing your story, Buckeye, it's difficult for the investigators to do their job. You got to stick to your story. So says Evangelist Mamita, you know me, I tell you the truth. You're my own people, but I tell you the truth. So don't call here and try to make it look like I'm defending somebody. I'm an educated man, and I'm studying criminal justice. At this point, I don't know who might have raped her. They need to investigate, I think, all 3 men, and perhaps, Buckeye, they need to wait. She might probably name somebody else tomorrow or day after tomorrow. She couldn't, but what stops her from naming the 4th person? What stops her? Eh? Oh no, you got it right there, disagree with me. But your disagreement is not the fact. My disagreement is not the fact. We're all giving our opinions.
Yeah.
What you're saying is not the fact. What I'm saying is not the fact. So please, don't come give your opinion here and make it look like it is the fact. It is possible all 3 men might have been sleeping with her. It is possible one of them slept with her. It is possible none of the 3 men ever slept with her. Do you know there are a lot of scenarios here? It is possible all 3 men might have slept with her. That's scenario 1. It is possible one of the 3 men might have slept with her. It is possible none of them might have slept with her, and it could be somebody else that she hasn't named. So there are a lot of scenarios here. But when you start changing your story, first we need to ask the little girl, why are you changing the story? Why was it Paul yesterday? Why is it Mary today? Why is it John today? You need to first understand from her, why are you changing your story? It makes it difficult to investigate. That's the problem, and that's the thing I'm trying to explain to y'all. Oh yeah, it is possible she's not 17 years old. I don't know. But they may have a birth certificate. But the point I'm trying to make here, and you're not understanding me, and you're trying to make it look like I'm siding with one person, I'm using my critical reasoning. This girl has accused 3 people at 3 different times. It is possible all 3 of them might have slept with her. Okay? It is possible all 3 of them might have slept with her. That's one. That's scenario 1. It is possible one of them raped her. That's scenario 2. It is also possible that none of these 3 men ever slept with her. You see the 3 scenarios? It is possible none of these. So your opinion is not the truth. Says Evangelist Mamita, you give me your opinion. Your opinion is an opinion. Your opinion is not the fact. The fact is, you and I don't know the fact. Isn't that a fact? The fact here is, you and I don't know what happened. I'm telling you, as a critical thinker and as somebody studying criminal justice, in this case, anything is possible. All 3 men might have slept with her at different times. One of them might be the rapist, or none of them could be the rapist. At this point, this is how the police will investigate. One of these people must have raped. So investigate all 3 of them. All 3 of them should be investigated. And then, perhaps, while you're doing that, they need to be looking for another possible person, because there could be somebody issue. Then they need to also find out, could she have mental issues? Is that why she's changing her story? They need to have her examined, have her sit down with a specialist and talk with that person. Is it possible? That's also possible. Enoch Tamba, you're right. I never thought about that. Why is she flipping the story? Is she mentally troubled? They need to find out. It's possible. So there are lots of possibilities here. She could have mental issue. That's why she's changing the story. Or Somebody could be influencing her. Now, hey, there's another possibility. Do you know it's possible somebody is making her change her stories? That is also a possibility. Somebody could be. Let me tell you something, folks. I will tell you a story. Several years ago, we fought a case. Some white guy, a Canadian guy called David Wings. You remember that case, guy?
Yeah.
David Wings went to Liberia with an organization. He was building wells. He was doing this. He was doing that, helping a Canadian man from a wealthy family in Canada. He ran orphanages too. One day, we've raised $750 US now. Thank you so much. But I asked that guy, the place, how much for the rent? I told you to find out. Yeah, listen to that story. One of the guys, David Wings, was head of the organization. One of the guys in IKEA at one of the kind of similar story, brother. David Wings, the white guy.
Mm-hmm.
The little guy got out and said, David Wings raped her. Says Evangelist Mamita, are you listening? The little girl got out and said David Wings raped her and made her pregnant. She told the people, say, only David Wings she's sleeping with. David Wings raped her and impregnated her. The man a white man, kolo, white man. The little girl got pregnant. They grabbed David Wings to put him in jail at Monrovia Central Prison. That man stayed in jail for years, waiting for that case. The case was brought to my attention. They went and did a DNA. When the little girl gave birth to the baby, y'all listen, white man. She born a baby by a white man. She said a white man pregnant her. The girl gave birth. You want to finish the story? So maybe they shouldn't hear from they should hear. The girl gave birth. What did they do? They collected a DNA specimen. They took the DNA specimen abroad and they did what?
They test.
Did a DNA test. What did the DNA test find out?
It wasn't the man.
The child was not for David Wings. She born black baby, African baby, no white blood in the baby. Y'all listening to me? The girl said that David Wings pregnant her. The man been sleeping with me, and the man pregnanted me. She born the baby was black. Black baby. Now, so what were we supposed to do? We were supposed to sit down there and say, oh yeah, that's that a man baby. You know it's possible that women can born black child? So we were supposed to sit down there and say that. I fought that man case for almost a year. The man got sick in prison, terribly sick. We fought that case until one day, what did Ellen do, Bagay? She drove to Monrovia Central Prison and said, I want to see who? David Wings. Even after the DNA said the baby was black, they still had the man in jail. The late girl said that the man made her pregnant. That the man been raping her, the man been sleeping with her, that only the man she been sleeping with. Then she born the baby. She born African black baby. The government people collected the DNA test. They went and did it. The man too. They collected a DNA test. So they conducted 2 DNA tests. Guess what happened? When Ellen went in jail, because what they did, they just forgot about the man in jail. They just left him there. They took the man out. He left the country. That man was sick. That man came to Liberia, he helped Liberians, Nimba, all over, did a lot of things for people. That little girl. You know why they wanted him out? The people who were working with him, black guy, they wanted the man to be kicked out so that they could run the organization that the man founded. That's what they wanted. They did a DNA now. Later on, the little girl confessed. She said the people made her lie on the man. Y'all hearing it? I drove that man to RIA. Ellen went there and said, you put the man out. no evidence they had. The one thing they said they had was that he raped her, he impregnated her. She born the baby black. What's the evidence? You understand? I drove that man to Plain Liberia. Thank you. That's the organization, Plain Liberia. That man founded Plain Liberia. They were building wells. They were building schools. They were building clinics. They were doing all kinds of things in Liberia. They wanted the man out. They wanted the man out of the organization. David Wayne left Liberia. I drove that man. The man's fingers, he had some kind of disease was bothering him. His fingers could not straighten out. That equipped Liberia. Yeah, you're right. I don't think they're playing. They're not playing Liberia. It's equipped Liberia. That is the organization, equipped Liberia. He was building schools and orphanages and this in Liberia. The men were living there, helping the Liberian people. They got out, they said the man raped the little girl and impregnated her. She born a baby, the baby, black baby. Black baby. Then the little girl confessed later on. And said, and the people told me to lie on the man. That's what she said. After the fact, she said, the people told her to lie on David Wings. So you think every time somebody says somebody raped them, you think that's true? Every time? The little girl confessed. It was not a little girl idea. The people who were working with David Wing in his own organization that he created in Liberia was raising millions of dollars from abroad. Equip Liberia. That's the name of the organization. I'm glad you know it. That little girl confessed later on after she born her black baby. She said, the people told me I'm gonna say that Mr. Wings pregnanted me. Yeah. When I took that man from the prison to drive into RIA, his hands, his fingers could not straighten out. His hands were jelly. His hands could not straighten out. His hands were jelly. His fingers. Just a monkey. The man was sick. The man got dry. Because people told a little girl to say that the man raped you. Soon the moon David went from there. The Liberian people started fighting over the organization. They started fighting over the organization. The money. Our people, we get here. You must sit on there. Anytime they say somebody raped somebody, you must just believe it. You can't believe every rape allegation. You cannot believe it. I know many people who have gone to jail, innocent people. The little girl was sucking up after the fact and said, the people told me to lie on the man and said that the man raped me. Where business of evangelism now? The little girl was saying the people told her to lie on the man. The people told me to lie on the man. They said the man wicked to them. The man treating them bad. So they want him to go. You hear that? She said the people told her to lie on a man. Oh, you say I'm emphasizing on the black. The baby was black. The baby was black baby. She and her boyfriend been doing something. Then she goes say that a white man raped her. She destroyed that man's life. That man could have died in jail. If it were not for us, we fought that man's case until Ellen got up one day and drove to Monrovia Central Prison and said, where is this David Wings man? All day, I can hear my ear Costa there talking about this man. Ellen saw the man's condition. She felt bad. Then they go bring the thing. They said, but what the DNA tell? Oh, yeah, the DNA said that they're not the man child. Oh, the DNA said they're not the man child. You still get the man in jail? And you build your whole case on the DNA test. So, not every time you hear rape, you heard a story about Caesar Primo? Baga?
Yeah.
He go get a girl lift, big girl, now on a big girl. Not a small girl. Big hell of a girl. Woman. She not on an angel. Big hell of a woman. Caesar Primo go get a girl lift in your car. Woman. What she said? She went and said the man raped her. Paka. Piggy. They grabbed Caesar Fremont. You know how long that guy went to jail for? When Ellen passed that new law, that new rape law, Caesar Fremont was the first victim of that new rape law. The man gave her a lift, a big woman, rusty, crusty woman. The man gave her a lift. And some of you don't forget, some of you don't remember that Caesar Fremont case. She said the man raped her. Later on, the case, the phone night, it was a complete lie. She made up a story. But by that time, that guy had already stayed in jail for years. So be careful. All the men in Liberia, be careful with the women, especially the bigger ones. I know many people who have been sent to jail because a woman said they raped them and then later on they changed their story. You see it? Be careful. Okay, let's take some calls then. Be careful with the rape in it. Hiya. People using it to destroy other people. If you don't know what I'm talking. Hiya. Baga, let's take a few more calls there. To all of you, Baga, all of you need to be careful. You need to be careful.
All right. Let's take this person. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Welcome. Your name is calling from?
I'm Lamine S. Connor from Bon County.
Go ahead, Lamine.
Good morning. Yeah. Hello.
Dane to lower his device. We want to hear our brother Lamine. So let him lower his device.
I'm reading with what the leader
Lamine, can you lower the receiver, please?
Yes. It happened to our side here, a 15 years old girl have to excuse 8 good men.
Lamine, your line is terrible.
Hey, man, brother, we really want to hear him, man. I want you to share that story with us. Lamine is calling from Bon County.
Yeah.
He was about to explain a story.
You lower the receiver, please.
But let Lamine call back. I want to hear that story. Look, I know many cases where people say somebody raped them, later on they come and they say, oh, I was just joking. I'm telling you, I was just joking, yo. That rape law is a good law, but some people are abusing the law. It's a good law. It's strong. Now, one of the few good things Ellen did, the rape law, is I will never be against that rape law. Rape is a major thing. Major thing. So they might not treat it like you just slap somebody, no. But some people use it to destroy other people's lives. Let's take a few more calls there, Baga. We got just 4 minutes to go. I got to go somewhere this morning.
All right. So the phone lines are still open, coming up, and you'll be live on the show this morning, 0770-102-102. Let's take this person. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Hi, Lamine.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, brother, this is Richard T. Goodman calling from district number 10.
Go ahead, you're live.
Am I live?
You are live. Go ahead, my brother.
Am I live?
Oh,
hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Okay, I just...
Richard T. Goodman, my man, lower the device in the background when you call.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, welcome, my brother.
Good morning, Boaga. Good morning, Costa. This is Peter Cito Jr. and I call from Minnesota. So I admire the way leader is putting it, right? That advising every young man, including his very self, because he knows his position, his political position he's very on. So it's something like you're advising us, you're advising your very self. In Liberia, people like you, whenever you're around the circle where young people, you be careful how you're shaking their hand or even giving them a hug. You want to be very careful that before somebody uses it against you and damage your political future. So we thank you for that advice. I hope you too follow the same. Thank you.
I agree with you, my brother. I myself, that you gotta be very careful. Somebody can just lie on you and say you raped them. You gone to jail. They destroy your life. I'm telling you.
Good morning.
I'm not talking about small child. I'm talking about big women lie on people in Liberia all the time. Act like you know Liberian man.
Good morning. Now take. Good morning. I don't know what's happening this morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, brother.
Yeah, welcome. Your name is joining us from?
Yeah, I'm Richard T. Goodman calling from district number 10, Congo.
Go ahead, Richie.
Yeah, brother, yeah, thank you for the program this morning. You see, when you come all around the wicked, drink Branson, there are other guys who put tablet install and go to my list and they rape or they kill her. You get me? So at the end of the day, the parents had to.
I just don't know what's happening to you, my man. Let's take this person on the line this morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, brother.
Yeah, good morning. Welcome. Oh, we just messed up on our caller again. So the phone, we get 3 more minutes to go. We'll take some calls. Keep your calls coming in. 0770-102-102-86-010383 555-102-102. Let's take this person. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Boakai, and good morning to the people of Liberia. My name is Gibson, Frank Gibson. I call from Paris.
Welcome, Frank Gibson.
You know, Boakai, the issue of rape is very, very serious, and I think the Liberian government needs to double up and put severe crime, severe punishment on those people that will be caught in that kind of situation. For me, I will order the cutting of the private part of any
Oh no, man, we're not animals, man.
Under 3 years.
Okay,
we're not animals. We can't do that. We're not gonna castrate anybody, my man. But yeah, man, Frank Gibson want a recommendation?
Yeah.
No, I beg you. We're not gonna castrate anybody. Since Winifred, you want to give us that total amount that we raised for the family of the 12-year-old rape victim?
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, Boka.
Welcome. Your name is joining us from?
Yeah, joining you from Ghana, Accra. This is Mr. Tembe.
Welcome, Mr. Tembe. Go ahead.
Yeah. Costa just explained some horrible and terrible story about that man who they jailed, and at the end they found out that it was a lie. My question there is, then what did they do to those who lie?
Nothing.
For people to go to jail like that.
They went free.
They prove that the baby is not for the man. What did they do to them? What did they do to the girl? There should be a penalty. Hello?
Yeah.
Well, we are listening to you, but nothing happened to them. They let them go free.
There should be a penalty. You can't just lie on somebody like that. You destroy the person's life. And the person come on and explain that, oh, I lie on the person. There should be a penalty for that.
There should be a penalty.
Okay, thank you so much.
There should be a penalty. I agree with you. If somebody come on later on and say, you know, the people tell me, I'm going to say that Mr. Taylor will rape me. Yeah, she and the people who told her should go to jail. I agree, but nothing happened to them. Nothing happened to them. David Wing spent years in jail, got sick, nearly died. Nothing happened. Plain Liberia, equipped Liberia that was doing a lot of great work in the country, the organization died too. After the man left, the organization died. But let's take one call there. Since Winifred kindly give us the final update on the amount we raised, and then we will go.
All right. Let's take this person. Good morning. Welcome.
The overwhelming majority of rape cases
Yeah,
they are
welcome.
real cases.
Thank you. This is DJ Lumet. Look,
But not all rape cases are.
This thing, if I, they brought it to Dillon during the election time. They brought it to Dillon. Dillon had to come out and call press conference quickly and say, "Oh, the plenty of written case against me," and they wanted to do it to Honorable Dillon and also to Terminal Liberian. But back at the main reason I called this morning, there's a corruption case at the LEC there. On one Clio, the Clio, she is the updated boss. Now the case they are taking from Sleway Depot, they carry to Arowana at Central. But I will do the follow up and give you the update on the correction too much. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. That's our final caller for today. So,
all right, Bogey, I have here the information from Sister Winifred. We now have $660 that we have collected. Could we make that 700, folks, please? Let's put $40 on it and make it $700. We now have $660 so far for that family. That's a lot. It can do a lot. But I told you to call them and find out how much they rent.
Yeah, the guy say he said going to the place. He will let us know to this evening.
All right, good. But this year can help. They can definitely help them. Let's make it up to 700, please. Yeah, so that's the number. The cash app is right there, 763-568-8538. Thank you so much. God bless you. And this is how we want to bring this to an end. We'll try to take it up tomorrow. Maybe we'll take it up to $1,000 tomorrow, but we'll come back tomorrow and then we'll finish it. So we'll take the $660 up to $1,000 tomorrow, and then we'll give it to the family. It should be able to help them. Thank you so much. God bless you and have yourselves a good day. Bye-bye.